My name is Reed Yobe. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about relationships, life issues, and business. One of our roles as speakers is to bring to you untold stories. Today, I want to talk to you about South Africa. Or rather, I want to talk to you about South Africans. There is another side of South Africans that you don't hear about, especially if you are outside of South Africa. You see, speakers and writers choose what they want to talk about or write about, respectively. So at the end of the day, people don't get the full picture of what's happening. They only get the version of the story that the writer or the speaker wants to share with them. So I'm not going to talk about things that people already know about, but I'm going to talk about something that I myself have never heard other speakers talking about, something that I've never read, something that writers have never written about. If they have, I missed it. I'm just going to present facts as I know them. Whatever that I'm going to share with you in this video is based on my own personal experience and observation. I'm not going to talk about things that I heard. I'm not going to talk about things that I read. I'm going to tell you about things that I experienced personally and the things that I observed. Before I start, there is something that is very important that I would like to bring to your attention. South Africa is a democratic state. There is a freedom of expression. People talk. People write. You see them on TV. You see videos on internet. You read stuff, or you read news on internet, or maybe in newspapers about the things that will be happening in the Republic of South Africa. There are times when South Africans come out in the open and express themselves, express their thoughts and feelings regarding certain matters that will be affecting them. But there are some South Africans that have got different views on certain matters, and you never hear about them. Neither do you see them as in videos on TV or internet expressing themselves. So what I'm saying here, there is a percentage of South Africans that you will never hear saying anything. There is a percentage of South Africans that don't write anything, but they have views. They have their own views regarding certain matters. And this percentage of South Africans does something that makes us know what they think and how they feel about certain matters. There is a huge number of foreigners that are living, working, and doing business in South Africa. You can find people from almost every country on the planet here in South Africa, even though each one of them is here for a different reason. Like I said, some are here to work, some are here to do business. If South Africans don't like foreigners, they can easily and silently kick them out. They can do so without even protesting. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Where are these foreigners living right now? They are living in the houses that belong to South Africans. So if South Africans don't want foreigners, each one of them can just give notice to everyone staying in their house to say, this month is the last. I'm giving you 1 month notice. And no one would like to live in the streets. So as they kick people out of the houses, people will automatically be kicked out of the country. But right now, they are living in the houses that belong to South Africans. Majority of the people that I know, they are living happily with the owners of the houses in which they are living in. Some of these foreigners have got children and they've got no one to leave those children with as they go to work, and they leave them with the South Africans that they'll be staying with. Christians are worshiping together with South Africans, and majority of these foreigners, especially those from Zimbabwe, they can speak local languages depending on where they are living. What I'm trying to tell you here is that majority of South Africans socialize well with foreigners. People have got South African friends, and some that they are now regarding as family, involving them in their family matters. And that's exactly what's happening. I see these things happening. I myself have got black, white, and colored South Africans that are very close to me. People that I'm friends with and are like family to me. And I can count on them when I need help. When I need someone to talk to, I go to them and they help. If it wasn't for South Africans, majority of foreigners were not going to make it in this country. Of course, there is obviously a small percentage that is difficult to live and work with. But you can't blame that on the fact that they are South Africans that are ill-treating foreigners simply because they are foreigners. Because even if you go back to your country, you still find that you find that those problems are still there. It's actually human nature that we will always find people that are very difficult to work with and even live with. If you go back to your country, your own people, amongst your own people, or if you are to go back to your own country, you'll find that there are people that you can't work with. There are people that you can't live with. There are people that will hurt to see, that will hate to see you do well in life. There are people that will just hate to see you. Even at work, if you go back to your country, there are people that hate others. The problem is that if it's done by someone who is not from your country, or who is or not of the same race with you, you may say maybe it's because they are racist, or maybe it's because they don't like foreigners, or maybe it is because I am a woman, or it's because I am a man, because the person that has done something to you is of the opposite sex. I'm just saying this for the sake of those that might be listening to me and may not agree. But I'm sure we all know that there is a silent majority of South Africans that is responsible for the success of a number of foreigners in this country. We have to agree on one thing, that this is not our country, first and foremost. I'm just talking on behalf of foreigners. But it's good to appreciate and express gratitude when someone does something good for you. We use public taxes. You don't pay more or less simply because you're a foreigner. You walk into a public place, you're not treated in a certain way simply because you're a foreigner. If you're in a queue and you are first, you be served first. And that's what I see happening. But one thing that I am certain is that for every foreigner that is in South Africa at this point in time, they've got certain people that are in their lives who happen to be South Africans that support them, be it at work, be it at church, or where you stay. So I just decided to bring you this video to present to you the other side of South Africa, this silent majority of South Africans that you will never see on TV, that you will never read their articles, because they help you and they'll never go out there and start telling people about what they are doing. But you know for sure, as you are coming back from work, that you are going home, and that home, place you call home, is a house that is owned by a South African. And you walk into that house and you greet, and some of these people have been staying in some of these houses for decades. You are now like a family. I just hope that through this video, I present another picture of South Africa to those that didn't know about it. South Africans, generally, majority of them are very good people. Thank you. My name is Reed Yobe.